Checking out a really interesting unit today. Hey guys, today we're in Balestier and we're checking out a walk-up apartment in this area, 958 square feet, freehold, and within minutes walk to amenities and facilities. So let's go check it out. So we're along Whampoa Drive and this block of flats were built in the 1963 and this is post-war, so the architecture here is really very interesting. A lot of history carved in this wall. So this area is zoned commercial and residential. So you see that the first floor here is all commercial shops and the second floor and third floor are residential. So where we're at is actually between Novena and Thompson area. So in a sense, this area of Balestier is very, very interesting. So Balestier is a mix of old and new. So you'll see that this area is all conservation shop houses, but there's also a huge cluster of condominiums that have been rebuilt in recent years. URA identified Balestier as an identity node in 2002, so many of the buildings along Balestier Road, including ours, have been gazetted as conservation buildings. So rich history here, spanning 160 years from the time when this town was named after Joseph Balestier, which is the US first consul to Singapore. So there's a certain charm to this area because of the blend of old and new. So in the last 2 decades, we've seen around 30 collective sales just in Balestier alone. So you'll see here in Balestier, there's a complete renewal of the residential landscape and the town will continue to evolve because we are seeing also other land plots such as Kingsley Mansion and Summer Green also doing en bloc. So we're also on the outskirts of Novena, and Novena is an attractive alternative to office space and also slated to be the Health City Novena. So Health City Novena is poised to be Singapore's largest medical hub and we're expecting to see double of the healthcare related space to be developed over here. And the government also plans to see about 30,000 people either working there or visiting the complexes daily, which will have a significant ripple effect on the Balestier area. So we're likely to see higher rental demand as workers want to stay nearby but not in the prime area of Novena. So if you're an investor looking at a long-term rental use strategy, so this unit might be something you want to consider because we are within minutes walk to amenities as well as the Health City Novena. So as you step into the unit, you feel like you've stepped back in time because this is all original condition. Whatever that you see here was what was built in 1963. So you see here that because we're in a corner unit, there's a bit of a privacy and also we are surrounded by windows on all 3 sides of the house. So that brings in a lot of natural light, a lot of wind because we're also north-south facing. So 958 square feet, we have no balcony in this unit at all. So all of it is all internal space. So you see that the bedrooms are all very large in size as well. So where we're standing at is the living area. So you see here that it's a bit of a long layout over here. And if you look up, you realize that there are ventilation panels on all the areas over here. So what this tells you is that all these are not structural walls. So if you want to cut it a little bit more, then this area could be your living dining. It becomes a more regular square shape. This area over here is under the staircase for the unit above. So you can convert this into a storeroom, just close it up, and that will double up as a place for you to keep all your belongings. So this part, very interesting because it's a little small enclave over here. If you want to put it as a dining area, because there's a bit of ventilation with the windows over here, or if you want to do it as like a get ready before you leave the house, shoe cabinet running both sides of the wall, you get a lot of space for you to store stuff and to get ready before you leave the house. So this is how the kitchens of a 1960s is supposed to be like. So if you come in here, you realize that this entire side of the kitchen is just gated. So it's not even enclosed, there's a lot of ventilation coming through. But what you can do is you can change this into casement windows. So at least, when you're cooking, you can just seal it up entirely. And if it rains, the rainwater won't come in as well. And if you go further into the kitchen, this is where the only bathroom to the unit is at. So currently there are 2 bathrooms with the shower as well. But if you want to convert this into a little bit bigger, what you can do is to push this out a little bit more, so at least maybe you have a little bit bigger bathroom. If we head to the back, so this is actually the common area. This is likely not belonging to you, so this is just a windy staircase, very, very interesting. It's basically like a fire escape route for anyone who needs to exit from the back door. So if you watched to this far, you'll probably be wondering, who is this property most suitable for? So if you're looking for something own stay, you want to gut renovate this home, you want to do it to something that is so beautiful, think about what you saw in Tiong Bahru. Those are walk-up apartments as well. But this is a freehold product, so you can be sure that the value will retain and you can definitely replicate something that you see in Tiong Bahru over here as well. So, but what if you're an investor? If you're an investor, then you're probably looking at rental demand. So rental demand here would be quite strong because of its proximity to Health City Novena, but also there are a couple of international schools around this area, so there are students looking for accommodation as well. So some of the international schools found in this area is the East Asia Institute of Management as well as the Beacon International College. So rental demand here is definitely going to be quite strong, and if we look at what are the rental listings for a 4-bedder going up, again, so this is about a 5.5k, so that definitely covers your monthly installment for investor. Okay, so let's check out the bedrooms. This is the first bedroom that you're seeing. So this runs parallel along the living room. So if you, for example, like I said earlier, if you wanted a bigger living area, you can cut this short because it's quite a bit of space. Even if you cut it into half, there's still going to be space for you to put in a king size bed. You've got a big window at the other side, so a lot of ventilation that comes through. All these ventilation panels, you can remove them, install your aircon. You've got ventilation panels on this side as well, so just seal up everything. It could be a good size bedroom for you. And let's check out the other 2 bedrooms as well. So the other 2 bedrooms is facing the Whampoa Road. So there is a little bit of the road noise that you can expect, but this road outside is actually a silver zone, so cars are meant to go down to less than 40 km per hour. So you hear that, if there's no heavy vehicles that are driving by, actually in terms of the sound, it's not something that is unbearable. But if let's say, noise is something that is a concern, you can change this to double glazed windows, then at least that helps to shut out a lot of the noise as well. It's north-south facing, so you don't get the sun that's coming into the unit, but still a lot of natural light because none of the lights here are switched on at this moment. So we head to the 3rd bedroom of this unit. Good size again. As you can see from all 3 bedrooms, all of them are very regular in shape. This room also faces the Whampoa Drive. So a little bit more about the Balestier neighbourhood. So this is an eclectic neighbourhood of the old and new. As you saw just now, when we walked past, there is an old school bakery just down below. So just opposite is the Whampoa Makan place and market. So that's where a lot of good food can be found. We have plenty of popular food joints along the Balestier Road. Malls-wise, we have Shaw Plaza, which was renovated recently in 2023. There's Balestier Plaza. There's also Zhong San Mall, which is a mixed-use development with an office tower, hotels and a mall, where you also can find the FairPrice Finest supermarket. In terms of public transport, we are 12 minutes bus journey to Novena MRT and Health City Novena, where you find the Mount E Novena and Tan Tock Seng Hospital. And over there is a cluster of malls, so Novena Square, Square 2, Velocity Mall, Gold Hill Centre, United Square. And we're also 10 minutes bus ride to Boon Keng MRT, 12 minutes to Bendemeer, so in less than 15 minutes you get to all 3 MRT lines. We're also accessible via the CTE and PIE, which means it's just a 10-minute drive to the CBD, Marina Bay and Orchard Road. So if you're in the market for a one-of-a-kind heritage freehold walk-up apartment, or if you're an investor looking to find something that's high rental yield in an area that's prime for rejuvenation, this is something that you might want to consider. 1.35 million negotiable asking and about 1,004 PSF. Not many options at this quantum, at this PSF, at this size. So if you're interested to come down and have a look, our listing manager details are just down below. We're also on the PropertyLimBrothers YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram and TikTok. Follow us and like us on that. I'm Nicole, PropertyLimBrothers, always happy to show you the place. Because we are within minutes walk to amenities. And the Health City Novena. Chong Baru. And I was on good flow and now I missed it. So now I'm screwed. Hi. Bye.